One more day without being sideways, right? Always good. Not that there's anything the matter with being sideways. I just don't want to do it on my live streams, especially when I have a guest. I do not have a guest this morning. I do have a guest in my last live stream. I have the Rational Man Ricky from the Rational Man Ricky Show coming up. He is a longtime student of A Course in Miracles, 27 years, I believe. He's also someone who knows the Bible inside and out. So he will be able to show us from a biblical point of view, perhaps, the applications of A Course in Miracles. Not that you need a biblical application, but some people might appreciate it. Hey, Cindy. Some people who are of the religious or religiously bent, let's say. Hi, Kat. Cindy, how are you, my friend? Some people who are of, of the religious persuasion might appreciate how A Course in Miracles can relate religiously, or how we can step aside from a religious upbringing and enter into a deeply spiritual practice, which is a profoundly spiritual practice, which is A Course in Miracles. Guys, I have a headache. Off topic, but it hits me. I might have concussed myself yesterday when I hit myself in the head. I don't really have a bruise. I got a little mark. Man, I smacked my head hard on a chair. Why? I don't know. I'm prone to such acts. Cindy says, I'm doing good. Thanks. I'm glad you're doing good, my friend. I'm going to read what I wrote. Hopefully the walk, some fresh air. I thought coffee was going to help. It didn't hurt, which is good. Let me bring up my online version of A Course in Miracles. We're going to tie some stuff together. I'm going to put some shoes on too. So guys, come on by, hang out with the Rational Man and myself. We'll start at 5:25. 1 o'clock, it's just going to be, as far as I know, plain old live stream. Hanging out with you guys. Hey, Sniper. Tomorrow, Wednesday. Sniper is coming up. You're not going to recognize him. I don't want to give anything away. You're not going to recognize him. And we're still in discussion with who might or might not be coming up later this week. Our friend Miss Blipper has put me in touch with Wanako Uberhuber, who is a Course in Miracles student/teacher. And I will reach out to him a little bit later and see if he would like to come up. So we're still working on the guest list. We're still bringing people up. It's pretty cool. I enjoy all of these talks with everyone because everything presents a little bit of a shift. Hey, Marlon. Hey, Mark. So let's start with the Course in Miracles. Let's start with putting my shoes on. Oh, man, I really do have a headache. Hurts just to move my head around. Hey, Falcon. Lesson 121, the Course in Miracles. It says, forgiveness is the key to happiness. Here is the answer to your search for peace. Here is the key to meaning in a world that seems to make no sense. Here is the way to safety in apparent danger that appears to threaten you at every turn and bring uncertainty to all your hopes of ever finding quietness and peace. Here all questions are answered. Here is the end of all uncertainty, ensured at last. It's a big promise, right? There's even more promises that we'll get into. Praveen, how are you, my friend? One more show. The unforgiving mind is full of fear and offers love no room to be itself. No place where it can spread its wings in peace and soar above the turmoil of the world. The unforgiving mind is sad without the hope of respite and release from pain. It suffers and abides in miseries, peering about in darkness, seeing not, yet certain of the danger lurking there. It's an important line. The unforgiving mind sees darkness everywhere, sees evil doers, sees near do wells. I'm just happy I got a chance to use that word. How often does that fit in a conversation? Hey, Kat, can all of any of you guys, can you use the word near do wells organically in a conversation sometime today? Let me know if it fits in. And it doesn't count if you're just having a conversation with Jack. It suffers in misery. The unforgiving mind suffers in misery, peering about in darkness, seeing not. You see darkness, but you're not really seeing reality. You're not seeing the truth. Hey, Roblox, sorry. Kat says I absolutely could, but will you? But you know what? The unforgiving mind is always seeing not, but it's always certain that it's seeing danger. This person is evil, this person is awful, this person is that and this and whatever. We never question it. We never question that we could forgive the story that we tell. We could forgive the illusion that we created. This is not saying that some people don't pose some issues, some danger, that they don't have the ability to hurt us physically or otherwise. It certainly does. But it doesn't mean that we have to add the illusion onto that, right? The reality is enough to deal with without having to add all kinds of layers of this person is this, this person is that. Everyone who comes into our orbit, our personal orbit, is asking for healing or asking for help. Now, sometimes the healing might take place of maybe being removed from the present moment of society, given a place to heal, giving therapy, and maybe that won't happen in this lifetime. Doesn't mean that we allow them to run loose. Remember, forgiveness is not about the external world. The external world changes as we change our, sorry, I don't think I've ever waved a shoe at you guys before. But hey, here we go. Usually it's a pen, or it's a finger, or it's a spoon. We've graduated to shoes. You guys deserve it. You've earned the right to be wagged at by a shoe. So the unforgiving mind, this is lesson 121, is torn with doubt, confused about itself, and all it sees is afraid and angry, weak and blustering, afraid to go ahead, afraid to stay, afraid to awaken, or to go asleep, afraid of every sound, yet more afraid of stillness, terrified of darkness, yet more terrified of the approach of light. What can the unforgiving mind perceive but its own damnation? What can it behold except the proof that all of its sins are real? The unforgiving mind sees no mistakes, but only sins. Now, some mistakes, which aren't sins, some mistakes are so deep, so hurtful to the appearance of others that we need to do something, right? Again, that's perfectly fine. If you need distance from someone, if you need boundaries, if you need to protect yourself, if you need safety, seek it, get it. Just know that still it isn't a sin. That other person isn't sinning, that other person is mistaking. Mistaking illusion for reality. So profoundly and deeply lost in the perception of darkness that there's no escape. We can offer a little bit of an escape through the practice of forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't saying, hey, go ahead and hurt me. It isn't saying, I forgive you, and I know you won't do it again. Forgiveness is saying, I will not make your sins real, even if it means that I protect myself, even if it means that you need to be removed from present society, even if it means that you go to jail, even if it means whatever. See the difference in forgiveness as presented by A Course in Miracles and forgiveness by, condemning. So why not a new take that doesn't miss? I like that. Well, that was really clever. Awesome, Sissy. So each unforgiving mind presents you with an opportunity to teach your own mind how to heal. Each one awaits to release you from hell through you and turns to you imploringly for heaven here and now. So everything that seems like a sin against you, a mistake against you, is an opportunity to forgive, because forgiveness offers you your own salvation. So here's a little prayer at the end of lesson 121. Forgiveness is the key to happiness. I will awaken from the dream that I am mortal, fallible, and full of sin, and know I am the perfect Son of God. And so it is, my friend. Hey, Daniel. All right, let me bring up my live stream. Did not even do that yet. Sorry, guys. Anything in all of that big thing that you want to talk about? Falcon says sanctuary. Praveen says forgiveness frees our heart from anger and brings into peace, heals relationships, and allows us to grow stronger, letting go of the pain that holds us back. Absolutely. Here's the wonderful thing. When we get to here, lesson 121 offered a picture of the unforgiving mind. Pretty bleak. Lesson 122, though, says forgiveness offers everything that I want. This is my favorite lesson. I love reading this. I won't read the whole thing. What could you want forgiveness cannot give? Do you want peace? Forgiveness offers it. Do you want happiness, a quiet mind, a certainty of purpose, and a sense of worth and beauty that transcends the world? Do you want care and safety and the warmth of shore protection always? Do you want a quietness that cannot be disturbed, a gentleness that cannot be hurt, a deep and abiding comfort, and a rest so perfect it can never be upset? All this forgiveness offers you and more. It sparkles on your eyes as you awake and gives you joy with which to meet the day. It soothes your forehead while you sleep and rests upon your eyelids so that you can know that you see no dreams of fear and evil, malice, and attack. And you awake again, it offers you another day of happiness and peace. All this forgiveness offers you and more. This is the important thing. When you wake, it offers you another day of happiness and peace. Forgiveness is a moment by moment by moment act. Hey, Curtis. Moment by moment and moment act. Curtis, you don't worry about hiding any comments unless it's directed at you. I'm fine, but I appreciate it. Forgiveness lets the veil be lifted up that hides the face of Christ from those who look with unforgiving eyes upon the world. When we say Christ, remember, we're not talking religious, we're talking consciousness. Curtis says 10-4. Thank you, my friend. Curtis, how have you been? It lets you recognize the Son of God and clear the memory of all dead thoughts so that remembrance of your Father can arise from the threshold of your mind. What would you want forgiveness cannot give? What gifts but these are worthy to be sought? What fancied values, trivial effects, or transient promises never to keep can hold more hope than what forgiveness brings? Fancied values, trivial effects. That's an important phrase, because as you forgive, just like with deep states of meditation, siddhis, translated as spiritual powers. You get this psychic sense. You have very deep intuitive impulses. All kinds of things can happen. But don't get caught up in the trivial effects or transient promises. Don't chase after shiny things. Don't think there's only truth. There's not levels of reality. There's reality. Don't think that, you have this awakening experience and that, man, there you go, the ultimate truth. Just don't keep grabbing hold of the shiny things. Don't keep chasing after the carrot or even the stick. Know that the carrot and the stick both don't exist, but they can be great pointers. Hey, Mr. Lee. So let me what I wrote. Let me dive into the chat and then we'll put what I wrote. Rohit says, what products do I use? It's called a bar of soap. I know, people look at me and they think, man, he's probably using all kinds of fancy hair products. Nope, it's bar soap. Sissy says, Falcon, I don't usually follow so closely either, but recently it was placed in my heart, especially notice the synchronicities. That's another thing. As you forgive, just like every other spiritual practice, those synchronicities deepen, become more meaningful, and you recognize them more and more, and you're able to follow them. Again, as Deepak Chopra loves to call it, synchrodestiny. Allowing your dharma, your path to unfold as you follow the synchronistic events in your life. Kat says, beautiful timing and a beautiful lesson. Thank you, Yogi. You're welcome, Kat. What did I miss? What did I miss? Praveen says, Jesus taught that forgiveness frees the heart from anger, brings peace to the soul, and reflects God's love, showing that true strength lies in compassion, not revenge. Absolutely, Praveen. Curtis says, like my grandma used to say, don't miss the world because you're busy chasing butterflies. Wow. Beautiful. Grandmas always have such wisdom, don't they? Grandpas too. Falcon says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Yes. But it can get even deeper. Oh, Vamp says, Eric might need to reschedule for your last live stream. That's Thursday. Okay, I think for sure we can do that. Let me know when you know for sure, Goldie. For fancy hair products. Sorry, you made me laugh. I know, people look at me, you think I can afford shampoo? You think I have conditioner money? Man, that's for the, you know, it's for the elites. I'm not elite. Tap in the elder ancestral line for forgiveness and healing. Yeah, but we can actually just simplify it. Forgive. Here's what I wrote, finally. I've been talking about it. Forgiveness is a Zen act. To forgive is a profound act of ego holds on us and a revelation as to who we truly are. Forgiveness is a Zen act of grace, satori after satori, instantly available in its offer to awaken us to the reality of the present moment. That's the great promise of the world. All of these opportunities to forgive each small and tragic act against us, letting go of our deepest layers of guilt and resentment. It's a joyful and continuous practice, and it's how we change the world. Satori means instant awakening in the language of Zen. Instant awakening. That's what forgiveness is. Here's the wonderful thing. Forgiveness puts us smack dab in the present moment, of which nothing has happened. It's called the present moment for a reason, because it's not the past, because the future has not happened yet. Am I out of sync in my live stream? I'm looking at me talking. I don't know. Vamp says, my pastor's dad died, funeral on Thursday. The funeral was out of town. You want to, Let's be safe and put it on the last live stream on Thursday. We can do that, or Goldie, is another day workable for you? Just let me know. I'm fine with the later. And you during this time. No inconvenience at all, Goldie. Kat says, looks fine to me, Yogi. Thank you, Kat. Sissy says, I noticed a slight delay on my monitor when live streaming as well. Must be a YouTube issue. Gotcha. So my sideways issue seems to be taken care of, I hope. I hope I don't go live with. The future dictates that you are not living in the present moment. Well, the future doesn't exist. There is no future. Zero future. There's the present moment. There's also no past. There's a great line in A Course in Miracles that says, the one holy true thing that one can say about the past or the future, I'm adding that, is that it's not here. The one holy true thing that one can say about the past is that it's not here. Someone might hold up a body part with a scar or tell a story of something that happened and say, well, explain this. I don't need to explain it. Neither do you. It's a mark on your body that has a story. Is that story serving you? Is it setting you free? Who would you be without that story? It would be a mark on your body, right? I'm not saying that. Here's the wonderful thing. People say if you don't learn from the past, you're doomed to repeat it. Is that true? By learning from it, does that mean that you have to carry the scars with you, the emotional scars, the psychological scars, for the rest of your life? If you learn a lesson, if you are cured of cancer, do you have to spend the rest of your life saying, I had cancer? I mean, you could, right? But does it serve you? Praveen says, I've become calm, all thanks to your live streams of guidance, sir. Well, I don't know if I can take credit for that, Praveen. Paul Brady says, creepy. I guess. Praveen says, now I can control my anger now, and I'm able to forgive others. That's huge. Dave says, how is this streaming helping you to live in the moment? It doesn't. But I'm already in the moment, so it doesn't matter one way or the other, does it? If you're in the moment, be here now. You can't be anywhere else. Streaming isn't supposed to help me live in the moment. It's just streaming. Nothing can help you live in the moment. You're already in the moment. You let all of those thoughts go, that I need to do this to be in the present moment. This is why they say before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before awakening, before forgiving, show up on live stream. During a live stream, forgive. After the live stream, forgive. Chop wood, carry water. Pafine says, sir, if you ever need any help of any kind, please do let me know. I'll always be there for you with my full respect and sincerity. Ready to support you in any way I can. Sir, hope your lives help me a lot. Thank you, Praveen. I appreciate that offer. You know what? Just being here, hanging out with us, is enough. Cat says, hi to Paul. Sissy says, cover your eyes and hope for the best. In the now, Dave, there you go. I love Gerald Jambelski. He wrote Love is Letting Go of Fear and Teach Only Love, one of the very earliest students of A Course in Miracles. I love how he said, forgiveness is giving up all hope of a better past. You are never going to have a better past. Ever. Pretty cool. Watching the screen just anticipates the future. Does it? I guess if you tell yourself that story, it does, but it doesn't have to. Sissy says, trust in the now. Praveen says, lovely line, sir. Kat says, good night. You going to bed, Kat? We're going to end the live stream in just a minute. Go out and take my walk. What am I doing today? I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm going to do some burpees today. Kat says yes. I hope you get some rest, Kat. Anyone have any links to drop? What's coming up? Hey, Kat. What are your watch hours? You can tell me later. I don't want to keep you up any longer. Sissy says, night, night, Kat. Pleasant dreams. Sissy, what about you? Are you going live? You got your premiere and you're going live? Goldie says another day would be the next day scheduled. You have it on Messenger. Gotcha. Okay, just let me know which works best for you. And again, not even not an inconvenience in the least. We always want to argue our, Richard Bach, author of Illusions, and Jonathan Livingston Seagull, argue for your limitations and you're sure to have them. Everyone wants to defend their state of being. This is where I am. That this is what happened. This is what the future is going to bring. This is what the present moment holds. And of course, that's exactly what you get. That's your perception. Your perception is based entirely upon your projections. Forgiveness heals the projection. It goes to the cause. It doesn't deal with effects. As our friend Curtis said up above, his grandmother chasing butterflies. Butterflies are beautiful. Entire life chasing the butterflies, you miss the journey. You miss everything around you. So you can deal with effect and effect and effect and effect, and it's just rearranging. Hey, Jamie, it's just rearranging the chairs on the deck of the Titanic, right? Go to the effects and see right through them, and you're straight to the cause. Going to the cause changes everything. Changes everything. That's what forgiveness does. It says, I'm no longer, forgiveness in the traditional sense is forgiving the effects and hoping for a better effect. But all you're going to get is another effect, and maybe momentarily it'll be okay. Maybe it won't be. Eventually, of course, it's just another effect, and you got to do it again and again and again. Course in Miracles, Zen, of course, Buddhism, yoga say, all right, you've noticed the effects. And you see how they keep changing, but there's still effects. Now let's go to the cause. Forgive the cause. Forgive that which is causing the projection, and the perceptions change. If you want to change the world, don't go around seeking to move things around in the world and hoping for a better world. End the war here, and another war springs up. Feed this person, and there's 100 more that are hungry. Give one person a home, and there's thousands more that are homeless. That doesn't mean don't feed someone. It doesn't mean not helping someone. It doesn't mean not feeding someone. Of course, do all of that. But also know that you're dealing with the effects. If you want to end hunger, then we have to change a world that allows hunger to exist. We have to change the paradigm that allows suffering to be a commodity of life. Sissy says, see the caterpillar in the moment, the cocoon in the moment, the transformation in the moment. Absolutely. Another pearl of wisdom dropped by Sissy. Recognizing and honoring all parts of the holy. Nice. All right, so with that, let's call it a morning. Take my walk, see what the moment of being outside offers me. Sissy says, "Anne, we love you." Thank you, Sissy. Do you have up? There's your link. Upcoming premiere, guys. I hope to see you there. I'm usually a little late. It's right when I come back from my walk. Maybe I should walk faster. I do go as fast as I can. Sometimes I'm distracted. A beaver, a rabbit, a fox, an owl. I have not seen an owl. It's been well over 2 months. I hear them, just can't see them. I might not see them until winter, late fall or winter, when they start preparing nests. They begin to mate in early winter, and then February. Well, I think they begin to mate in February, and then by May or so, the owlets. Man, I had fun filming the owlets last spring. Sissy says, no worries. Maybe I should schedule a bit later. 6:45, estimated 6:30 a.m. Do the time, one, that works best on your schedule, and two, that brings you the most viewers. If I, if I miss the premiere, I'll be there to check it out after. So always do what's best for Sissy. What's best for me is always what's best for Sissy. 100%. What about you, Jamie? Jamie, are you going live? Sissy says, of course, and thank you, dear friend. You're welcome. Oh, Jamie says, I've just been live. Sorry I missed you, Jamie. Jamie, I saw you pop up the other day on Facebook as a friend suggestion, because we have friends in common on Facebook. Sissy says, oh, we missed it. I will catch the replay. Yep, if you get the opportunity, make sure to share each other out. If you see Jamie getting ready to go live, make sure you share it out. Or if he's live, stop in, give a comment, share him out. Jamie said, okay. I saw that pop up and I thought, well, who doesn't want to be friends with Jamie? All right. That's it, guys. I'm going to see everyone later today. Have a good morning. I hope to see you guys over at Sissy. She'll have her premiere. The link is right up above. Click on it. Sit in front of the computer. Don't do anything. Well, get a big bowl of cereal. Sit in the front of the computer and wait. Just wait. It'll pop up. I have not been to India, my friend. Kusha says, have you been to India? I have not. All right. Jamie says, take care, Yogi, and all. You too, Jamie. See you guys. Love you. Sissy says, a lot of us, and it's understandable. If we fall behind a bit, it's all divine time, all the time. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. All right. Take care, guys.